What is up, everybody? In this video, we're going to be no-hitting Elden Ring with the coated sword. My god, dude, the damage is wild. This weapon is a straight sword that is very unique because it deals pure holy damage. Holy damage can be incredibly useful throughout the game, but for a normal no-hit any percent, it's pretty much the worst damage type. Oh boy, there's that 80% right there. That's why we're going to be doing the DLC percent for this run instead, so we can see its true potential. Oh boy, I got lucky, dude. If she didn't stun, that might have been too much damage there. I also thought it'd be fun to dual-wield two coated swords on this run because I hadn't done a dual-wielded straight sword no-hit run before. If you like runs such as this one, make sure to subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the video. Cody. Cody Wan Genobi. It's pretty funny. I give myself at the start other than flask maps. I also give the physic, telescope, finger severer, and then in this case, coated sword. Because it's actually the first weapon that is like straight up cheat engine to get. There have been a couple other ones like, you know, the Milady that I cheat engine to Grace to go get.
How can I help?
And then Hand of Millennia, obviously, I cheat engine to Grace to get. I guess I'll check picking up the Stone Sword key on the bridge, maybe. But yeah, because I'm doing cheat engine on this, I thought it'd be fun to do two instead of one. Still coated swords. I haven't done a single attempt of this yet. Like this, the reason is because we spent a while trying to figure out, and not really a while, but I spent a while trying to figure out what to do for this one. But no, this one's like, we haven't done a single run yet. So let's see here. Well, the stone swords are to get into the old Altus. It's actually safe. Oh yeah, this is good. I'm back here. Yeah, those are the two quick ones for sure. That kind of scared me, dude. Oh god. Surely won't click a keyboard button. Can't see much of the screen at this point. Enough though. Okay, we got that. Now we can choose Bellberg Hunter. But that's his cone, though. Like, that's his cone because he got neutered, like, a few days ago. I don't know if I've actually gotten hit because of the cats at all. They've definitely, like, done stuff like that, but I can't think of actually getting hit because of it. Although, this might be the time. Oh, yep, and there it is. There's the spacebar press. There it is. Okay. But no, it actually is fixed, yeah. So we got that. Let's go to Volcano Manor now. Like, the big problem that I kind of have with this run is that the setup's pretty damn long. That's the one thing I'm concerned about. Like, this definitely has well, maybe not by far the longest setup, but it has a pretty long setup, especially because I need to get 2 +6s here.
Hello, it's rather my mistress. But I was a. Could I ask that thug only if you've. Oh, to bless the thug, please.
Both weapons get buffed when you power stance. And use Dash Ward like Rykards. Yeah, I think Rykards increases your overall damage. And like, yeah, so I think so. Should. We'll get Golden Vow. But yeah, we use Golden Vow and Howl on this run because we're a faith build, like basically pure faith. But yeah, this moveset, this weapon, very fun to use. Plus, you know what? There's another stone sword here that's like actually directly on the way. Like I said, though, this stream will or this session of... Yeah, like today's stream will be shorter than normal, I think, because I didn't sleep for very long last night. And I woke up early, so... Only way to do without stealth headshotting... Headshotting mages every 10 seconds to push them back. Yeah, that doesn't sound great. Alright, we're gonna get the Somber 7 here. I don't have Kukris, dude. Ah. Yeah, I kind of would prefer to Kukri this guy. But I just forgot to go... They were doing the easier run, surely? No, not really. Maybe I should, but... This one actually is going to be... I honestly think this could be one of the harder ones, just based on... Based on the fact that we're not doing an any percent here. Like, we're doing a DLC percent. My god, dude. How long does this guy aggro for? Yeah, I mean, the DLC bosses are harder. Less fair in some cases, and also I haven't fought them as much. So... Harder, less fair, and haven't fought them as much. Bad combo. Okay, so we need... Like, we basically just pump faith at this point. I guess, right? I think that's fine. Alright, let's go take out this avatar. I don't know where to go from. Like, I don't know which one's better. Yeah, less fair. Like, the any percent bosses, for the most part, like, at least with all the strats we've gotten stuff, are... There's nothing really that's super garbage, except maybe Gideon. Even Elden Stars at this point. I very rarely will get hit by Elden Beast at this point, because I've fought him a lot. Elden Stars is basically solved, and that's it. Like, I'm very consistent at Elden Beast. Other than that, on an any percent, like, who really would cause problems? Fire Giant, maybe? Just kind of want to get Golden Vow, at least, for this guy. I mean, I have two options. I can go plus 10 for the other avatar, or get Sacred Tier, or the Holy Tier, plus Howl for this guy. Like, it probably balances out. Yeah, with upgrades, hardly anyone. Yeah, exactly. And the DLC, it's just, like, Consort can meme. Oh, that was not a great roll. Excellent. Consort can meme, Romana can meme with the AoE, potentially. But yeah, it's also just the fact that I haven't fought as much. Wait, who just died there? Oh shit, I got kind of lucky. That guy was coming in to smoke me right there. I got so lucky there. I totally forgot there was a guy over there. So basically, getting the Somber 7, we have three options. We can fight Noble. We can do the skip around Noble and then go around and get the Somber 7. Or we can do the third option, which is what I'm doing right now, which is the skip. That I totally missed. This might take me a try or two. Because that was so poorly timed. All right, there's +9. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that, the capital skip, but I've literally never been able to do it, so. Not a single time have I been able to do that. I haven't tried that many times, I guess, but. Okay, so now we go over here. I do wonder, though, if we only went with one coated sword, how long would this route be? Because what I'm trying to, whoops. What I'm trying to figure out is, I also should have gotten the Sacred Scorpion Charmer. I totally forgot. Ah, that's actually really bad because kind of dangerous to go get it, and you can just like lose the run if you mistime it. But yeah, if we only went with one, I wonder how long it would take this route. Because yeah, basically I'm just curious if other weapons would be fun to do. I'm dead. No, I'm not. I did not mean to R1 there. Yeah, see, I should have gotten Sacred Scorpion. That should have been like the first thing I did. And you know what? On this route, I wonder how many souls I get from getting Sacred Scorpion. So maybe that's enough for... to buy the Beast Torch. Aren't many worse bosses or worse attacks in the game than that one. You know, maybe I should only do this run with one of the weapons. It's not gonna be as fun though, but it's just I'm so curious about the route with only picking up one and upgrading one, because we would have been fighting Radahn by now. Because I wouldn't even actually, you know what? I guess what I would I wouldn't even go to Old Alta's tunnel at that point, which it doesn't take that long. I don't know. Because yeah, we would still want to go to Volcano because we're gonna want a +9 for Moog. Okay, let's go take out this NPC. Really +6 right, +5 left for Moog. But the I don't know, the DLC ones aren't, I wouldn't say much faster. Okay, surely this cheese goes correctly. Because yeah, you could just lose the run if you don't do this correctly. Like if you go too quick, then Anastasia doesn't fall off, and then you just can't leave, and you're just stuck on the ledge. But obviously, this is like an insane talisman on this run. Okay, surely that's close enough. Fucking hell, dude. This is why this should have been the first thing I did. Because it's not exactly the safest. Okay, surely I don't need Howl for this, but I guess I may as well. I just went and got it, so may as well use it if I got it. I guess there's also the Faith tier that I kind of want. So how many bosses have we actually killed so far? Two non-cheese kills. And it was Avatar fights. And then we still got to go get stealth. We can go get stealth before... We don't need stealth before the DLC, though, at least, so... Definitely need endurance on this build as well. Needs a lot of stamina to use dual straight sword. I haven't got a +9 for Margaret in ages, man. It was the worst reset so far. The crossbow Malekith one was kind of annoying. Because, you know, we're decently far in. And, you know, get hit on a boss that's actually pretty easy for that build. But it's also like a garbage build. So... Oh. Yeah, that one kind of sucked. I wonder if I have time for... Damn.
Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins.
I don't want multi-hit. Like, there are a bunch of talismans we need here. Let's go get this one, though. Oh, yeah, I guess... Yeah, I got hit on Elden Beast when he was, like, 2 hits away, but... That didn't feel that bad because I clearly deserved to get hit, and... Like, I went for an insane greed hit. But yeah, that one wasn't that bad. Definitely the crossbow Malkath one felt worse. That one felt worse, for sure. Because it's just because of the difficulty of the run. Like, the crossbow... The pulley crossbow run was much harder. So... Look how much fucking damage this weapon does, dude. It's actually... Okay, we're +9, I guess. Kind of forgot about that. Even +6, though. And then I think these guys are weak to holy, too. Relatively weak. So 30 minutes to the first real boss. Pretty slow. But not, you know, not crazy for these runs, I guess. Especially just... Mostly, I think it's the fact that I got 2... weapons, and one of them to +9. My sleep was okay. It was a little short, but I woke up in the morning, so that's good. I did wake up in the morning. First time in a while. I'm not really sure if I just go L1 spam or... That was not my best roll right there. All right, buddy. I don't think I would have eaten the stun there.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Kisses to the boss. Winky face emoji. Love you, man. Less than 3.
Not like it matters. Okay, so... Talisman pouch. This is just the way I'm going to make up, like, not going to Godfrey, because I can't be bothered to go that far in. Plus, I don't really want to run this with only 2 talisman, or, yeah, 2 talisman pouches, but 3 talisman slots in the DLC. Gotta see this thing at its full potential.
What are you playing?
Wait, I
I see
Oh.
it now. Humans all lose
Is
their
that not-
wits eventually. Then there's nothing. How could this?
Okay. So that's good talisman. Should go get... So multi-hit's the last one. Multi-hit last one, and then... I'll do Vari Quest next. And then I think we're good after that, finally. Just need to buy some stuff from Round Table, I guess, like the bow, maybe. This weapon is kind of bad here, but they're just +9, so can't be that bad. Kind of annoying to get poisoned so early here. This might be... I don't think it's the first run where I didn't get Blue Dancer, but there are very few runs where I don't get Blue Dancer Charm at this point. I think maybe I definitely didn't get it when I did the Giant Crusher Rykards run. Oh. Ah. But other than that, I kind of feel like I got it on every single run. And with Night Rain for the most part? Yeah, definitely for the most part, but I'll play it... I guess if the DLC comes out in, what, like, a week and a half or something? Get the dagger... Want something for Sacred Order as well. bow. Yeah, it's too good for no hit, yeah. And even if your weight's sitting around like 12 or 13 or something, like it still is better than pretty much any other talisman I'd get. Golden Epitaph. I was thinking about it. I mean, I'd only use it in one spot, which is, or I guess 2 spots, maybe. It's the, we're gonna kill the Ghost Flame here. And I can also use it in the Enter Ilum Bird section, I guess, but. Yeah, basically this run right now is a little bit of a test to see how this route works out and how long it ends up being. Because I don't want... Well, ideally, this route should take around an hour, like hour 40 max is, I think, reasonable. Just because when I do a normal any percent, it's pretty much an hour 40 max at this point with all the starting graces, that is. I also need to get stealth here, too. I could wait to get it, but I'm already here, so... Actually, probably a good way to do it would be... There's a Spirit Spring over there that I could use to get taken up to... Yeah, that makes way more sense, actually. Don't need to get 2 Somber to upgrade safe. No, there's no way it'd be 15 minutes. Because what it would save is having to pick up the 2 Stone Swords, which takes, like, no time, plus going Old Altus. That's what it would save. And then when we actually get into the DLC... So that probably saves, what, like 3 minutes, maybe? Maybe 4. And then in the DLC, it takes us... How much longer to get the extra? We do kill an extra boss, so we kill the Ghost Flame Dragon for the extra 10. Oh, I didn't. I kind of messed up.
Maybe I'll give you the best.
My plan was to not do it that way. I don't know what my plan was. I guess I'll go get this one first. I was thinking I would unlock that one, then go up the Spirit Spring. But the problem is the imp, like, aggroes, I think. Now, where is that Spirit Spring, though? Pretty sure it's up that direction. Oh, it's right there. I guess I'm going to run back down. I'd probably survive that, right? I hate doing this strat. I really don't like this part. I got back on at 8:30, I guess, or maybe a little after that. If I like drop an item and force the game to autosave here, will it put me in that spot after the invasion here? You'd think. But I don't know if that's actually how it works with this. I think one-handed fist poise damage is bugged. I don't think it's bugged. I think it's just insane. But yeah, it's definitely no, I guess it does nothing. I don't know. I would be very curious to see what the highest poise DPS in the game is, and I would bet that fist one-handed is the highest, probably. Aside from, like, Blood Fiend, I guess. But, like, when you factor in stamina as well, like, one-handed fist has got to be the best, I think. Because it takes a very small amount of stamina, and it's so damn fast for 30 poise damage. Like, it lands 2 charged R2s in the time that most weapons land 1. But I don't think it's bugged, because the thing that it's missing is the actual damage part. Like, it just doesn't do that much damage. It's still not bad. Not bad, but it's you're better off obviously just using two-handed Starfist or something. Obviously.
So, now.
But yeah, well, that Qatar run was pretty insane. This should one-shot, I'm pretty sure.
Please, be safe.
Quest is kind of tedious. I wish they just put a grace next to it. I don't know why they did that in so many instances in this game. There's a spot in a quest, a recurring spot that you need to go to several times in a quest. And they put a grace a little bit far away from it. I just don't get it, dude. Because the Millicent quest is like that. You got to go talk to, or go to Gowry's shack a bunch of times. Here, you got to come back here 3 times, or 2 if you kill the invader first.
You've complained with this a night now. Clench your teeth or something.
I don't know if I like how this run is balanced, man.
Never it is what you have. Oh.
Because if I compare this to normal any percent by now, we would be basically fighting DTS. Depending on the run, like, I mean, a lot of runs would be done DTS by now, and that's like 1, 2, 3, 4 main bosses we have to kill. This run, we've only killed 1. Oh, yes, Saluvis also has the exact same thing, yeah. Like, they just, I don't know what the point of that is, to not put a grace there. In all of these quests, why not just put a grace next to it? I don't get it, dude. Simply add playtime. I definitely do not think activating certain graces should lock you out of other ones. It's crazy, dude. I forgot we don't have stealth right now. Or I do, but I didn't. What the hell? I forgot how far to walk up here. You could argue that maybe in the legacy dungeon there are too many graces, but I don't think the open world has too many. All right, so let's get the 10. Level up. Are there limits to the run requests? Absolutely, yes. These runs aren't meant to be like master run level runs, pretty much. They're meant to be something that's pretty chill, like for a no-hit run. And just something that's fun to do. It's not that low damage runs aren't fun necessarily, but I don't want to get like stuck doing some shit low damage run that's just not fun. Like, you know, like the Life Hunt Scythe DS3 run. That's no good. That's not what I'm looking for. We do also need Unseen Form, but obviously I'll just get that after the boss. Hopefully 15 Endurance is good enough. Yeah, it's supposed to be fun and interesting. Like, basically builds that I haven't tried before. Stuff like that. And yeah, I definitely regret making the All Remembrance request. Like, I guess, I don't know. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, I'm not doing any All Remembrances runs on this. That was a mistake. But that's my bad. That's not like people made bad requests or something. That's, I just straight up messed up by making that a request option. Because All Remembrances is, I really hate in this. Okay, I think, you know what? We probably go multi-hit. Should be better. Maximize our chances of a one cycle with multi-hit. So one cycle is technically possible with this, but we need good RNG, and we need no rain, basically. Because I need my buffs to last for long enough. Please don't swipe. And he did rain. Okay, I got kind of lucky there. I did not have enough stamina for that. Okay, you should stagger on the next one. Oh yeah, we easily got him, dude.
I can see.
Wow, that was clean.
As clear as day.
That was actually the cleanest one cycle I've had so far, I think. Like, most of the, like, I probably one cycled him 20% of the time. That was nice. So we need 16 int now. And then we get some endurance, probably. So now pretty much the goal is to upgrade the next Coated Sword, but the way I do the DLC, I guess one thing I could do to make this run more quick. Oh, I don't have a staff either. Oops. One thing I could do to speed up the run is a normal DLC percent would be Mesmer, Romana, Consort. But because I think they're fun and I think it breaks up the DLC better, I like doing Rolana and Divine Beast in there. But if I feel like this route is too long, maybe, then I can just cut them out. And then maybe, like, just do them after once the run's done. But then, I'm just wondering, like, it would be too short, even. I cut those bosses out. Especially if I unlock races, because I would. Like, I'm not going to run all the way to Shadow Keep from here. I'll think about it once I do this run. Even if I get hit, I'm not going to reset just to actually see what a time would be for it. If it ends up being around an hour, like under an hour 40, that would be reasonable. Actually, you know what? Maybe I didn't need the bow. I kind of forgot the Kukri shot for that Mesmer soldier. He's rough on Consort Phase 2. Yeah, they're not amazing. Like, you kind of just want a thrusting weapon for Consort Phase... Like, overall. Holy is excellent in Phase 1, but when he goes into Phase 2, I guess, for lore reasons or whatever, he becomes, like, 40% resistant to Holy. I kind of get it, but at the same time, I think it should have been 20%. Or it should have been... Like, it shouldn't have been the 440 because I get, like, Mikola, Holy Resist, whatever, but... But you were weak to Holy in Phase 1, so why are you now a tank to it in Phase 2? I don't know. Could have been 20. Can't really think of actually too many bosses like that are so drastically different to a damage type in Phase 2. Trying to think of some. Like, I guess Mesmer. But he gets weaker to stuff, though. Like, getting weaker feels better. But... Hello? Alright, surely this goes fine. That's something in my eye during that section, dude. I got stuck on the light a little. Just have to watch out for that. Dude, I actually quite like that strat for the mage part. Like, you only need single stealth, which is nice. And the whole idea is that the mage on the cliff usually shoots at you, but it gets blocked by the wall. There's a mage that's directly behind, and that's the one that I have to dodge if it shoots at me. But it eliminates the third mage, so like there's not a potential of getting like just shot in the back without, or getting shot from some angle and getting frame trapped or whatever. Pretty good strat. I don't think I would do it on a region locked all bosses no hit or anything, but it's good enough for this. Yeah, Gale does as well, I guess. Yeah, that's true. I guess there are a few. Probably, since I had the bow, it would have been safer to just do it, but the Kukri strat seems to work, so... Was there something else I needed? Not that I can think of. Sacred Order we need eventually. And so I was a huge fan of that. Pretty nice. You know what? I actually don't even know if I have to trigger the Great Rune break. I can't remember what happens if I don't. I should test that. Because I just skip lead on these runs because I just don't care to bother with it. But I can't remember what happens. I've definitely done it once where I just teleported in. Yeah, I don't remember. Wait, there's the 7. Only for quest and putrescent night. Yeah, so I guess I probably don't even have to bother with it. Like, if that's the case, then I shouldn't even get the path to the village grace or bridge with the village or whatever. The only reason I give myself that one. You know what? It's definitely looking like this run is going to be a very reasonable amount of time this way. So I think it's good. It's just that the only thing is that the slow start. And realistically, I don't think I'm going to do any more runs like this. But I would be curious if I did a normal route that didn't go get the holy tier and didn't have as big of a setup. I wonder how long that would end up being. So yeah, now we just need the 8 and the 10. The 8 we get from the rafters, and then the 10 we get from the ghost flame dragon. Surely I won't mess up that kill. So that's the 8 right over there. It should, like, it seemed fine to pick up last time I did it. There's a +9. Now we go here. 13 missing assignments, and you choose to watch Elden Ring. Ah, who cares, dude? The assignments are temporary. Elden Ring forever. Who cares about a grade when you can play Elden Ring? Have I gotten the wet blade? I don't think so.
Now those are the challenge. Find them wet.
Did I definitely won't need double Sacred Order for the bird section. Bird section strat is just holy pots. Like, it makes it so easy when you can just do that much damage to those guys with pretty much no setup at all. Just need to, like, if I'm base Faith, I just need double Sacred Order and it one-shots them. This strat, I'm not certain of. I could get Last Rites, but I really shouldn't need it. Oh. Not even close. You know what? I did too much damage there, was the problem. A little scary. Yeah, because what was meant to happen is he was supposed to go into his scream, but I got him over half, so he just didn't do it. Okay, so Mesmer seems reasonable. 70 faith. Yeah, I was the plan is to get a stun there. I should go back section first. The plan is to, yeah, 2 headshots plus a wing shot as a stun. But I get his poise started to reset, I guess. No, I didn't title the VODs yet. I probably could have done that this morning, but I was doing other stuff. I wonder if there's a better, like, I don't like this part because the bat can make it so I can't fast travel, but I guess there didn't even attack. It just, I don't know. I have died. When I was doing Stranded no hit, I missed that ledge. And then I couldn't fast travel out because the bird was aggroed, or the bat was aggroed, so. Yeah, there's probably something I can do. This strat's also good if you want to use the, like, if, for all bosses, I considered using, Crusader Insignia, and you can just kill one of the pots here before we go into Mesmer if you, like, trying to one-shot each phase. I didn't end up needing it on any run, but it's another good thing about this opening. Oh, whoops. It's meant to be an Ash of War. Not a great phase 1.
Narka, a curse
Pretty good.
upon thee.
Could have been better, though. Like, not a great phase 1, no stun, plus no double hit. I find it hard to time the double hit with the Sash of War for some reason. I was trying to do it yesterday, but I only did it once out of like 10 tries. Now, the L2 does 30 poise. Like, the L1s, though, I guess, are probably 6, or if that. Like, I don't know what a dual straight sword L1 does. But yeah, I guess 6 makes sense. Even that seems a little high. But remember when Rain of Fire was the wrong kind of busted? Yeah, you know, it was so funny, dude, because I tweeted something about how bad it was, and I showed a video of trying Rain of Fire with 99 faith on some wildlife that was in Rao Ruins. And I genuinely had 99 faith. I used Flame Grant Me Strength. I'm pretty sure I had the Fire Tier. All that stuff. And it couldn't kill wildlife in this area. And then I posted and people were like, no, there's no way you have 99 faith. Like, this has got to be bait. But it genuinely was real. But then they fixed it, and now it's actually pretty good. And I used it in my all boss no hit route, and I would do it again when I'm doing the six Soulsborne all bosses no hit runs, or whatever I'm calling that run. Then I will likely use it again because it just smokes the avatars, dude. I mean, it's all souls, all bosses no hit is simply what it is. Insane skull on the bridge. Is there normally something on it? Because I feel like last few times I've noticed stuff. All souls, all bosses, simply. 'Cause that's exactly what the run is. Literally every single boss from every single Souls game. Soulsborne game. Yeah, Ultra Mega God Run. Ultra Mega God Run 3. No, I actually didn't find the invisible bridge. Nah, I had no idea. Can't really blame me for that. Okay, this fight kind of sucks. Good with this weapon, though, but ideally we land a stun. We want to land a stun because that makes going into phase 2 much more smooth. If we don't, then I got to be real careful. Oh. Oh boy, I got lucky, dude. If she didn't stun, that might have been too much damage there. Probably would have been. Oof, boy. Didn't like that so much. That was a tricky one. I shouldn't have gone for that jump attack. It worked out though. Because yeah, as soon as I went for it, I'm like, that's gonna be too much damage, and then I wasn't expecting a stun either. Think they should have given her dialogue in a cutscene? I don't think so. Yeah, Jimmy forgot to add the headshot multiplier, dude. Like the torso doesn't take any. It's the exact same resistance and stuff too, right? Because I think it would make sense if the torso was weak to slash. That would have made a lot of sense. Because that's not like I understand like the kind of armored centipede plus scorpion thing, but the body's definitely not armored. So it would have made sense if it took extra damage from to like slash and stuff. Forget how pretty butterfly spell is. Yeah, until it lags your game, drops it to like 30 FPS every time. Looks good aside from that. Kind of scared me a little. Why line kill? Because why not? But no, I think I like doing the DLC this way more. Breaks it up better. Actually adds some running sections to it. Same reason I killed Rolana on this too. Doing an actual DLC percent and, you know, only killing Mesmer, Romana, Consort, it doesn't feel like there's enough on that. Doing the DLC this way, I think is more fun. And it seems like this run's going to end up being a pretty reasonable amount of time as well. Need Hob to run this again so badly. Did he ever end up finishing the DLC percent? Actually, don't remember. Okay, how much faith is too much before I should just start pumping more endurance? Yeah, I feel like the DLC percent, like any percent DLC with starting gear, I personally don't see much of a reason to do that. But doing all main bosses, though, is pretty good. Like, when I did... I like the run I picked when the DLC came out, the Stranded. I think that was pretty nice. Stranded, all Remembrances, plus Bale. That was a nice run. Aside from the Fragment Collection. big part of the reason I wanted to do this run as well is just to kind of de-rest of some of the DLC fights like this. Like, not only with this weapon is the DLC just so much better, I simply just don't play the DLC as much, so. Yeah, we're level 12, and then we're about to get 16. I could just go to 20 for this, but realistically, on a no-hit run, you'd never get to 20. 16 is usually what I would end up here if I'm actually collecting the fragments. But yeah, I basically do the entire DLC at 12, but then once I reach Enter Ilum, I go to 16. You have the glorious staircase, with the elevator literally being in the wrong position for some reason. So what is the strat? I can't remember what to do for the guy on the staircase. I could get up this goddamn tree, though. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna throw this at... Ah, shit, I don't know, dude. I'm gonna throw it at this pillar. Not really a pillar. That did not look good. I gotta figure out what to do with that guy without... Pretty much every run I've done, I just kill that guy, but... Gotta figure out what to do there.
Wait, well, you're back. Goodbye.
Okay, so... I probably don't have any holy... or any flowers. Yeah, you know how to... Yeah, exactly. I know who to ask for consistent Enter Ilum strats, dude. Yeah, I think this route is actually a reasonable amount of time, though. Like, hour 31... Pretty much add an extra 10 minutes for the fact that we upgraded 2 coated swords. And it's looking very... Like, it's looking quite comparable to a normal any % length for what we do during the marathon. Like, it would be kind of cool to do more DLC % runs, too. If the weapon makes sense. This should be enough. I'm gonna assume this is enough damage. The Golem Fist? No, I've actually never used it. I think even on my first playthrough, I didn't really try it out. Or maybe I swung it around a few times, but I don't think I actually used it against anyone. You know what? I'm going to go get the iframe Talisman. Replace it with multi-hit. All right, surely this goes well. Clean, dude. Beautiful. First DLC percent of the marathon. Wait, I should have had one on the Milady run, but I took the coated swords. But yeah, hour 38. So that's like a very reasonable amount of time for this, I would say. Nice, man. Get the insane cutscene. Surely better than the Elden Lord cutscene. Surely. Yeah, this like definitely. I think it was the right play to do DLC with these things instead of normal 80%, because the way Elden Beast looks when you have pure holy damage is not the best. Yeah, 80% resist isn't that bad. No, it's really bad. I thought I remembered the Cypherpod having a better Elden Beast than when I tested the coated sword. Like coated sword, I was doing like 200 in L1 or something. With unblockable blade, maybe like 600-700. I guess we can continue. Like, we could go back to base game now and start doing all great runes. Wait, did I say 6 or 7? Wait, what? When did I say that? Dude, I'm so very excited for that meme to die. Shall we do all great runes? Or should I continue DLC? I mean, the thing is, I kind of already fought all the bosses in the DLC that I'd be interested in fighting. I guess we could do Gaius. We could do Gaius, or I feel like we should just go base game and just start wiping out. Like, see how far we can get. Like, maybe I can do a 2 gods run with this. I mean, we've already got capital access, so I may as well just go in. Sacred Scorpion Charm is a straight up 12.5% boost to all your damage, because it's all elemental. And same with the physic tier. This is just 20% more from the holy tier. Most weapons that have elemental, like pretty much all of them that have elemental are split damage, and so when you use those tiers, they're quite a bit less effective. It might be giving you 20% extra damage on maybe 50% of your damage or something. Or maybe, you know, depending on how it's built out, it could be like 60% of your damage, but you're not getting 20% for your full 100% of your damage. If that makes sense. Yeah, that was a fun run, though. Like, that was actually... DLC percent is pretty sick. I quite like that. I'm not sure if any more runs will do it. Like, we're going to do it that way. Pretty reasonable damage. Pretty reasonable. But yeah, the only thing we did different, like, the only modification I made to the game for the DLC percent was getting the extra Talisman pouch. Which I wanted to do it. I didn't need it, I guess, but I wanted to do it that way so that we could actually, like, see how this weapon performs in the DLC properly. You wouldn't generally be going there with 3 Talisman pouches. But the rest of the run was all pretty much vanilla, other than, I guess, getting 2 coated swords right away. But yeah, this was the first run that I actually used Cheat Engine to just give myself the weapon right off the bat, because in the capital is too far, I think. I kind of want to get the weapon before we go through the capital. But yeah, we can try out Gaius, like, whenever I get to him. Or if I get hit, we can just go to him and see. Because yeah, he, you know, super weak to Holy Boss. Gonna be insane on him. Most runs I do are fun. I can't think of one that actually is genuinely not fun. But that Millennia for the Nightmare Seed was pretty fucking bad, dude. But a lot of playing Souls games is, you know, it doesn't feel fun maybe at the moment. But then once you're done it, it's like, oh, that was fun. Yeah, the botched Millennia. Yeah, it was so bad, dude. No, it's definitely not Stockholm Syndrome. It's the way I'm going to look back on this marathon as well. It's like, in doing it right now, I'm quite excited for it to be over, even though we're 17 days away. But when I look back on this will probably be like one of my favorite streaming moments, I guess, you know? Like, just this entire marathon. It's kind of how it is. Even my first DLC playthrough, I did like 16-hour stream a day for 4 days or so to beat it. And I was super sick, and I was so tired. But looking back on it, it's like, man, that was really fun, actually. But at the time, it was miserable. The original Unalloyed Millennia. Would I enjoy it? Like, because I generally don't like bosses that are made just to be hard. But if you know, if the boss is hard and it's really well designed, then that's what I'm looking for, I guess. But when bosses are made just to be hard, they usually suck. But yeah, I know it's like a scuffed version of Nightmare Seed, but it depends. It depends if it's a good boss or not. Like, oh yeah, here's this boss that is like straight up just really hard and that's it. And it's like feels garbage to fight. Probably not gonna like that so much. I guess I didn't rest after GTS, but Ashivore seems to be doing quite a bit less damage here compared to the L1s. Fully resistant boss, by the way, but we do have 2 +10s. So making boss hard is super easy. Making a boss good is hard. I agree with that. I think that's a thing in game design just overall. It's so easy to make things so hard, you know? Especially when you're the developer, if you're making a boss or something, you're gonna have all the ideas already in your head of like, okay, this is an attack that I want to make it so that you have to dodge it like this way, or you have this other option or something. Like when you're testing that and you make a boss, you know the way to do it already. It can be tough to do that. Millennia is definitely harder than Ishin. Like there's no question, dude. Ishin, I've said it before, Ishin feels like just a chump now, I think, compared to some of the bosses in this game. Pretty good damage, dude. This definitely does remind me of when I get +9 weapon for this boss, but in this case, it's +10, but it's also holy, so it is a bit worse.
Stained by my curse, such shame
Bonk.
cannot bear thy part in this.
And we're also we have 94 faith, level 110, a little over leveled. Just double damage, everything becomes scary. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, there's a lot of numbers. Numbers can make a boss. It can be the difference between. It doesn't even matter how hard the moveset is. It can make a boss trivial or super hard just simply based on numbers. And Midir's a good example of that. If Midir is an early game boss in Dark Souls 3 that doesn't do a lot of damage, then people would just smoke him, dude. But because he hits so hard and he's usually two-shotting players, unless they have a decent build, then he feels so much harder because it takes longer to figure out how to fight him. It makes everything take longer because you have to run back more. Can't get hit as many times, so you can't learn as quickly. Which is exactly why I think no upgrade is a good first challenge run for people to do with levels instead of SL1, because it's the exact same idea. Like, things will take you longer to learn the more attempts at a boss. Well, like, the less time a boss lasts for, basically.
Love.
So when you do an SL1 run, you're basically artificially cranking up the boss's damage. It has the same effect as the boss just doing a lot of damage. Oh, whoops, I totally forgot about this. God damn it, dude. But yeah, I was watching hockey. So I went to sleep at 12, and I easily fell asleep at 12, and then, I woke up at 6, but now I'm pretty much good to go. That's it. Simple. Just don't sleep for a day. Oh, dude, that has to be bait. You're baiting me. You have to be. It's gotta be bait, dude. Must be bait. There's no way. But yes, that is an option to fix your sleep schedule, because that's what people say. That is the number one that's the number one thing that people say to do. It's like, oh yeah, if I want to fix my sleep, I just simply don't sleep one night. That is probably the worst way to do it, in my opinion. FromSoft really did the most impossible thing when they released Sekiro. They made a more overrated game than Bloodborne. That's some insane bait right there. Did I really just... Oh my god, dude. But yeah, that was my plan. My plan was to do the full cycle, which I've literally never tried before. But I just got impatient, dude. The seal is supposed to be sealed by Morgott, right? But we killed Morgott and it was still sealed. But it's because you're not supposed to be able to kill Morgott and then not talk to Melina there. So Melina's the actual, like, trigger. But it's basically fake news because it says, like, Morgott sealed it, but it's not even him. Goddamn liar. Lying game. Garbage game. This game sucks. Definitely. I've seen Josh do a pretty fun run where it's like, where you pretty much set up a randomizer in all the Souls games, and then you have them each running simultaneously on your PC, and then it just, like, randomly swaps between the games. Seems like it'd be pretty fun to do. It seems fun, not for the computer. Yeah, maybe not. I wonder if Elden Beast is going to be more manageable now because I've got a shit ton of levels. I kind of don't think so. I mean, it should be a little bit higher, though, if I'm maxed out. Yeah, I'm kind of happy I got this run first try though, because I don't know, the early game was a little slow. Doing all that setup, getting the Holy Tier, getting the Sacred Scorpion Charm, double Avatar. It was a little slow. Yeah, thanks to daylight savings, dude. Excellent. Surely saving power when you got to turn the lights on at 4 o'clock. Yeah, I'm just gonna try the 2 gods, I guess, because why not? Why not just try it? Even though this Elden Beast is gonna be crossbow, literal worse than crossbow tier. My god, dude, the damage is wild. It's too bad because I missed 1 leg hit. He would have gone to phase 2 if I didn't. But the range on this Ash of War is so good, dude. Should stun. I feel like you should stun here. Okay, can I hit the eye? Of course not. I don't. Those were not eye hits. I'm pretty sure, but maybe they were. I don't think so though. I didn't hear the eye hit sound. But those were just like normal shots, I think. Normal body shots. Being a little weird. But I don't know. It seemed like maybe a little too much damage for just a body shot. But. Maybe because I'm at 99 faith pretty much. Watch him still breath me. This is the run, dude. This is the run that turns into all bosses, surely. Probably wouldn't be a terrible all bosses weapon, actually, because it hits pretty hard. Obviously, you'd rather a smithing stone weapon, but as far as sombers go, you can just get through the any percent and the holy resistant bosses, then should be fine on everything else. I might have some issues hitting Godskin, like only Godskin Noble with this Ash of War. I'm trying to get a stun. It's such a wide swing that I think it might hit Apostle as well or something, but it could be a funny strat if I just blast both of them at the same time. But yeah, true, I could just stand behind, yeah. Actually, you know what? This route is going to be pretty similar to what we do with the Moog Spear. So there's a Moog Spear request. That's all Great Runes that wants us to go get the spear legit, which I would anyways, honestly, because it's before Capital. But it's going to be pretty much the same type of thing. Kill Godric, kill Margit Godric, then just go straight to Moog. Blast him, I guess, with Rot and the Uchi. Rot Bleed. Would I use it on a somber weapons only all boss? I would imagine Dark Moon could be good in some spots, but maybe not as good anymore. Nerf, I guess. Like Sacred Relic for sure. Like Wing of Estelle would be able to script a bunch of stuff because it does so much poise damage. I'd probably want to go, like if I wasn't allowed Holy Pots, I probably would go with... Like Coated Sword would honestly be sick for that. To smoke the Deathbirds. We need Sleep Pots now. Oh yeah, Bolt of Grand Stacks for sure would be included. Yeah, that'd be a no-brainer. I mean, when I did the region locked all bosses no hit, I didn't really use spells on that. So I used Siluria's Tree for some things as well, but I went, aside from the Zweihander, I went...
Oh, good morning. Are you here as a...
Yeah, Siluria's Tree, pretty much just for Romana though. So maybe not that important. I don't know what the main weapon would be. Like, what would you just kill stuff with? For example, Consort, you wouldn't be able to script unless you had Knight's Resolve, which you don't have. And same with Mesmer. So you'd want a weapon that can do that. All of those bosses, like Elden Beast, like Wing of Estelle seems like a good pick, man. I don't know. Yeah, I'm inclined to say Wing of Estelle. Or Dark Moon Greatsword too. Like, I would go to one of those, but maybe I'm not thinking of some other one. I have not done Royal Greatsword no hit, no. Yeah, Sword of Night and Flame, it would be great too, actually. I remember Opie routed an all bosses like base game route with it. One-shot a lot of stuff with oil pots. Yeah, that would be a great pick. Like I wonder what the hardest hitting somber weapon is. I think Sword of Night... Wow, this is pretty good here. I mean, I'm super high level. But I think Sword of Night and Flame actually would be the pick. Yeah, because, yeah, and the cameo. Yeah, 100%. You know what? I'm pretty confident that would be the pick then. Because you can get the extra damage from Holy Pots. Even you could go Holy Tier. I don't know if they stack, though. Never tried that. Yeah, and the cameo buffing it. Yeah, that... Wait, what? Why is he getting up so early? Did I really take that long? Oops, I wasn't really paying attention, I guess. Yeah, that would be it. Sword of Night and Flame would genuinely be the pick, I think. So yeah, Sacred Relic Sword, Sword of Night and Flame, and Bolt of Grand Stacks probably. But what's nice about Sword of Night and Flame plus Sacred Relic is they both scale with Faith, right? And I would mainly be using the fire part of Sword of Night and Flame because that's like the one-shot setup, pretty much. Oil Pot, Rolana Cameo, Sword of Night and Flame, Weapon Art R2. And you would actually be able to script so many bosses like that. You know what? Actually, it would be so much fun to try it. That'd be a sick setup to try to run with. Yeah, where you can't get the full setup with Sword of Night and Flame, like Placidusax maybe, something like that. But even then, the magic part of Sword of Night and Flame does a lot of damage too. So yeah, that 100% would be the pick. And it's funny too, because that weapon was nerfed, right? That weapon was nerfed very early when the game came out. And it kind of seemed like it was the end of the weapon or whatever. Or maybe people don't really think about the weapon as much anymore since it got nerfed. But it's still insanely good. It used to be so good that you didn't really need any buffs with it or anything. And the first no-hit run I did was with Sword of Night and Flame. With the Knight's Resolve. I used Determination, I guess, but with that glitch. Yeah, that was very good, but I didn't get Golden Vow, I didn't get Howl, I didn't get anything. I pretty much just only used the weapon. I don't think I got a physic. Like, I don't think I did anything, dude. I just only used Determination with it. But if you get the proper setup, doing pretty much what we have right now, but with fire, or magic, or both, I guess, then the result is pretty much the exact same. And you know, like, imagine that build, dude. You go Sacred Order offhand for another plus 10% damage on the weapon art. And then you go Oil Tier, or not Oil Tier, but just Oil Pot on a boss, plus Rolana Cameo for the 45%. And what's the Oil Tier? Is it 50% extra fire damage? Something like that? Or is it's either 50 or 100. But anyways, you get the point. Like, that build would smoke any boss that you can sneak up to, like any open world boss or boss that you can stealth into, it would one-shot them. It wouldn't even matter if they're a little fire resistant, pretty much, because you're dealing way too much damage at that point. So that would be the kind of Knight's Resolve replacement, I think. Oh boy, there's that 80% right there. Here it is. We've reached it. I meant to repost, but they're too long. I was tempted. An Ash of War probably would have worked there, but just wasn't sure if it'd be fast enough. Was definitely the worst Malekith out of any of the requests so far. As you would expect for a pure holy weapon here.
Astonished. Why cover destined death?
Yeah, 99 faith, holy weapon, not doing yellow damage. Yeah. Oh yeah, pulley crossbow here was actually very good. He's just proc rot. Malekith is pretty weak to rot, so yeah. Oil tier 20%, oil pot 50%. Oh, wait, there's a hefty oil pot. I didn't even know. So okay, so yeah, you would go with the hefty oil pot then. I actually didn't even know that existed, or I didn't remember at least. This one, Sword of Night and Flame, was OP. Well, I'm describing to you right now how it still is. It actually is still insanely strong. So strong, in fact, that if I were to do a no-hit all bosses and I can only use somber weapons, only the weapons, and I couldn't use any spells with a somber seal, anything like that, Sword of Night and Flame would be the obvious main weapon for it, because it is still insanely strong. Yeah, I'm just going until I get hit. We'll see if I can take out Elden Beast, I guess.
To become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs.
Bonk.
I commend your spirit, but
Bonk.
none shall survive. No.
They're easy.
My bones.
Rolana cameo would make Sword of Night and Flame even more busted. So, yeah, we should actually try that. I should do some kind of route with that. Because I would love to see what that looks like on bosses, that you can just sneak behind them. Like hefty holy pot for 65%, or sorry, hefty oil pot for 65% more damage, apparently. 45% more damage from Rolana cameo. And does anyone know, does the oil tier stack with an oil pot? I wouldn't imagine it would, but maybe it does though. Like maybe you can stack all of them or something. And there's not, I don't think there's a single boss that would survive a hit. I should get some more mind actually. Yeah, we were scammed out of a hefty holy pot. I don't know why they didn't do that. Kind of weird. Yeah, okay, the magma worm would, yes, sure. You're right. And then you just go R2, and then I'm sure you could blast them with that as well. Gotta love that range on this thing, man. Ah, really? I'll try to set up a stun in phase 2, maybe. I'm too scared to use it, but okay, there it is. All right, well, we have made it. I'm wondering if I should go iframe Talisman for any of this. I mean, we certainly don't need it, but... I feel like it doesn't really do much in these fights, but I don't know if the multi-hit's going to do much either. Maybe it will. All right, part 1 done.
Mishima High.
This is why I didn't do an 80% with this, by the way. Like, literally, these fights are the reason. Everything up to this point is okay. But I felt like these were too much for a request. And here I am doing it anyways, I guess. Yeah, Thorny would be excellent with this weapon. Or with this setup, at least, for sure. What if I can skip the Elden Stars here with the stun? Like, I don't know how much. I suppose resetting it, I guess, now. Unfortunately. I just find this weapon, like, it's so satisfying to use, man. And that Ash of War is so nice. What is he doing, bro? Also, it doesn't take much stamina. Nice, dude. Well, the first two gods run is with coated swords, apparently. We're going all bosses. Surely, dude. Well, whoever requested this definitely got their money's worth, dude. Well, their channel points worth. I guess continue on to the all great runes then.
What do you don't want any? All done?
Yeah, we're heading to Soldier of God, dude. Yeah. I was thinking kind of all remembrances with the DLC would be as far as I would possibly go. Yeah, we still haven't gotten to Gostok yet. The real run ender. That wasn't a great Elden Beast, but here I go again. It wasn't that bad though, right? Like at least we stunned him. If you're using a weapon and you only get 1 Elden Stars, then it certainly could be worse than that. Only got 1 Elden Stars. I think if you have an upgraded weapon and you get more than 1 Elden Stars, then you're in trouble. But I don't even know if there's any weapon in the game that's like that. No Elden Stars after swim equals GG easy. Well, even if he does that with Torrent now, it's still like kind of not that bad. You'd be able to close the distance fast enough, I think. Maybe. I guess I would have to see it. I think there's a chance you could still get there. Yeah, it's funny. I've barely done Torrent as well in Elden Beast. But for these run requests, I have finally started using it. It's actually so nice. I really like it for dodging Elden Stars in the first place. You just have to be ready to react if he does the discs or something, but... yeah, it's really nice. Surely I don't proc madness on myself and like get smoked by him. But no, I've been leveling up mind, I guess, or whatever it is. Damage looks incredibly good here, as it should be. I probably could have just killed him with L1 spam, but yeah, basically Torrent does make Elden Beast much better. I think any fight, like on a first playthrough, people like using Torrent there, which makes sense because you can use it to close the gaps, even if it's not safe all the time. Doesn't really matter. I thought for dodging Elden Stars it was bad, but I was wrong. It's actually good. You just have to be on your toes, ready to jump off if you get disc, because you can't do the dismount dodge either. Like you can't dismount iframe because you get like frame caught by the second disc, so you have to jump off immediately and then dodge it. But it's fine, like you can still do it, and it gives you so much more time to deal with Elden Stars too, because you just get a lot more distance away from it. Especially if Elden Beast, most of the time Elden Beast doesn't do an attack that you have to deal with immediately, and even if he goes up and does the flying. Like one combo I used to hate was when he did Elden Stars into the immediate... oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Into the immediate, like, scuffed flying attack, where he, like, comes in and there's a hitbox where he lands stuff. I used to hate that combo for some reason. I can't remember why, but it pretty much just nullifies that, because you get so much distance from the Elden Stars, and then... yeah, I think I used to hate it because the angle he would come in at made it... I don't know. Can't remember, but... and then not to mention Elden Stars into Flying Needles. And then just, I guess the Flying Needles attack overall with Torrent is no problem anymore. So it makes Elden Beast much better. And I don't mind fighting him for a long time anymore because we got him. No, Flying Needle with Torrent is really nice. Yeah, it's no problem. You just simply sprint away. Yeah, definitely makes Elden Beast more consistent. I think Elden Beast is a good final boss. I'm not a big fan of him, but I will say fighting him is more enjoyable now with Torrent. I would bump him up to a C tier, maybe. I would have had him in a D tier before. Like a D plus. Maybe he's like a C minus now. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not including Radagon. Like, I definitely put Radagon in an A tier. And so to average them both out, it's like, I'd probably be more inclined to put it in a B plus now or something. With both of them included. Somewhere around there. Like maybe A plus Radagon and like C for Elden Beast or something. But yeah, somebody made a good point, and it's that Elden Beast should have been the moon presence of this game, where you could only get it if you get a certain ending. I would have quite enjoyed that. And then Radagon is the remembrance or whatever. For the final boss, I mean, maybe he is enough if he's just tankier, dude. I don't know. He's a pretty fun fight. But yeah, maybe... What would they have to do to the fight? I don't think they'd have to change much other than make him more just tankier. But would they have to add another phase to it? Probably. Probably for it to be a final boss, there would need to be one more phase. Not sure what that phase would be. Add like 2 more attacks in phase 3. Yeah, I think that'd be fine. Or maybe phase 2 Marika. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool actually. But yeah, maybe you're fighting him and then he's actually like swapping to Marika mid-fight or something during some attacks. That'd be kind of sick. That'd actually be really cool. I could have sworn there's some game I saw where there's a boss that does that kind of thing. Where it's like 2 bosses, but then they're kind of like swapping in and out. 5-hour sex scene with Elden Beast. Yeah, what are they doing with that Elden Beast head, dude? What are they doing with them? Yeah, that would have been much better, though. And then Elden Beast happens if... Like, I think in that case, you would have to get all your heals back and your physic back and whatever. Like, it would have to be a rest after you kill the boss. Because then it would be kind of insane. You had to fight those, like, 3-phase Radagon plus Marika in phase 3 or something. And then you get Elden Beast after that. Like, I think they would just have to do a rest. You'd have to get your... Did I hear that correctly? I could have sworn I heard the assassin dash there, but yeah, dude, that'd be so sick, actually. Damn, why did we not get that? Why didn't we get that? Kind of like Elden Beast because bigger weapons are super viable against them. Well, I think, yeah, that's true, but I think kind of the whole game does a pretty good job of that. I think big weapons are viable everywhere in this game because poise breaks are so strong. In Dark Souls 3, it was not the case. Like, Dark Souls 3, big weapons are, at least for bosses, are kind of worse a lot of the time just because they're so quick. And the staggers, you do have to play around staggers for big weapons to be viable in DS3, but most of the time they're just outclassed by the faster weapons just based on how the bosses work. But yeah, in this game, wow, that's a big backstab right there. In this game, big weapons are viable because you just poise break constantly, which I quite like. How to rate Consort? I don't like him. Well, that being said, I think he's probably a B tier boss. But yeah, I'm not... You don't want your final boss of your DLC of a game like this to be a B tier, in my opinion. Like, that's underwhelming for sure. But that's I don't think he's more than that. I mean, yeah, B might even be generous, to be honest. But it's just the actual fight itself is so boring. It's very repetitive, and when you compare that to some of the best fights in the game, like the best actual fights in the game, like Millennia, it's night and day difference, or Malekith. And I think the best bosses in this game should encourage you to take advantage of all of the ways you have of like evading, right? At least there should be a lot of jumps, I think. Maybe not a lot of jumps, but jumping should be an option for more things for him, and it's kind of just not. And you know, when it comes to strafing stuff, there's not many good strafes or anything that do anything, and it's just dodging around the side. I really don't like how tall he is, and I don't like how you're kind of forced to fight him from super close, and you're just like looking at the sky the entire time. The arena's really bad. The good parts are the OST is maybe the best they've made, or maybe my favorite in any Souls game, so that's cool, but I don't really care about that too much. You know, the after image attacks, although quite annoying to deal with for no hit, are super cool. But yeah, so maybe B is generous, I don't know. Yeah, that's funny too. We've been doing this build the entire time and we haven't had Thorny tier, which would just be like insane on this thing. Yeah, pre-patch particle effects, and yeah, the cross attack. Like, he was. I put him in like a D+ or something. Before he got patched, and the patch made him significantly better. But it's a very one-dimensional fight, I think. And I was talking about the other day how all of the Souls DLCs, final bosses, are minimum A tier bosses, I would say. Although, like, Sin is arguable. I would still put Sin in A tier, but, like, you have Manus, who is S tier for me. Sin I'd put A tier. Fume I'd put A+. Rita's S. Gale's S. Orphan's S tier. Like, all of them are very solid, and I think live up to the hype of, like, a final DLC boss or whatever. But then there's Consort. Yeah, Sir alone is S tier, but, like, I guess it just depends which one you pick, as... Like, Fume is the one who's blocking the actual DLC treasure or whatever, so... Probably go for a stun here. Oh my god, dude. That was scary. It would really suck to lose this run to the Avatar getting the Thorny tier. Yeah, so in that way, if, like, even if I say he's a B tier boss, which would be an above average, which I think is a little generous, but even if I said that, that's still pretty underwhelming for a DLC final boss. And then not to mention, when I first played the DLC, when it came out, and he's got, you know, this insane cross attack that's a frame trap, just straight up frame trap. And he's also got, you know, the particle effects are going insane. You can't see anything. Light of Mikola AoE was even bigger, so if you didn't start sprinting immediately, you get smoked by it. You know, this meteor attack that, you know, seemingly you got to run to the other side of the arena to dodge it. I mean, you could go back and watch my first playthrough of the DLC, but I remember very clearly, I was like, man, this fight sucks. And it kind of ruined the DLC. I mean, it doesn't ruin the DLC, but you just don't want to end off on that. So yeah, that's what I think of him, pretty much. So I underwhelming boss that I think is okay. Okay boss, but just in the bad spot for an okay boss, if you know what I mean. Why the arena? Because the arena is not flat. Generally, for bosses in Souls games, a non-flat arena is a bad thing. But it does depend. And with him, it is very bad for it to not be a flat arena. And I'm pretty much convinced that when they play tested a bunch of bosses, including Consort, most likely, they tested it in some flat environment. Like, there's no way they tested him on that arena like that, at least extensively, because it just messes up so many of the dodges and the lock-on so bad, and a lot of the attacks make more sense if he's in a flat arena. I still think that's how Fire Giant Fire Breath happened. I think that's how Borealis Breath happened, although it's flat where Borealis is, but I'm pretty sure it's the ice that causes the insane bugs with it. I think that's how a lot of things can be explained. I just love the range on this, man. Why did I thought that was a throwing knife. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, just kidding. What final boss would I be satisfied with for DLC? You mean if I, like, swap someone out? I don't know. I mean, I certainly think there are a lot of bosses better than Consort in the DLC, out of the main ones. But would they... Like, would Mesmer... I think Mesmer could have been final boss, I guess, but... Simply put Midra final boss and then just make him a monster. Quaylen... Yeah, Quaylen final boss, dude. Millennia Third Bloom Consort of Mikola. I need something for quick step. Don't like when they don't tie in DLC with base game. Why didn't you finish DLC, went to Millennia, and there was different dialogue? Yeah, I agree with that. I think that would have been cool. I mean, what actually happens... I mean, what would have happened if I fought Leda? Or they call you Elden Lord, even if you didn't become Elden Lord. Like, it's kind of funny, dude. If you do it in that order, if you go to DLC first. They're like, oh, you're the Elden Lord.
I'll give you the best nut
No, I'm
ever.
not. What are you talking about? I haven't done that yet. I forget who calls you that. I guess I think Letta does, but yeah, insane oversight. Game ruining oversight. This run's gone on for a long time, man. Yeah, it's kind of nice. The first time during the marathon that I've done the two gods. Especially with a weapon that is... I mean, this weapon is insane, the DLC, but for that Elden Beast, pretty fucking bad. I guess I can go more Faith now that I've got the Faith tier gone. I got back at like 8:30, you know, dude. And I woke up at 6 this morning. And then because I said I would continue the stream at 9, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go do some stuff. Yeah, schedule's fixed, Matt, dude. I think so. We'll have to see tomorrow for sure, though. Paired straight swords here are pretty good, I think, but haven't fought her a lot with them. Stun? Of course not. Why would you stun? I wonder if I can do like multiple L1s in a row. It doesn't really look like it. Really fast enough. Dude, it kind of smoked her with this.
Extraordinary.
Very clean.
The mark of a true lord.
I love Unblockable Blade, man. It's so good. I definitely like this one better than the Cypher Potta version. Although I like both. This one's range is just so big. It definitely is like a holy bloody slash. It's very similar type of thing, but I don't think bloody slash does 30 poise, does it? So Moog's dead already. I guess we can go do Godric, but maybe I should go do Academy first. FromSoft asked me to test bosses of a new game before it releases. Would I agree? It kind of depends what I have to do for it. If I had to go to Japan to do it, then I probably wouldn't. Or maybe I would. I don't. It's hard to say. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to do that and like spoil my first playthrough or something. I think I probably would though. Yeah, could you imagine, dude? Yeah, every single meme hit someone takes is my fault now. Every single one. They make very good bosses already. It's not like I believe I have to go in there and totally overhaul everything or something. I'm not an expert. I'm not a expert in developing boss fights. But yeah, just testing them out and being like, okay, this attack. I guess what I'd be the most interested in is what, figuring out what is the intended method for this, right? So you have an attack like Waterfowl. I would basically wonder what is the intended way to deal with this. Go from there, I guess. And if their answer was like, oh yeah, you're just supposed to like block it or something, I'd be like, that's no good. Or you're supposed to mimic tier, surely. Or you're supposed to run away. And it's like, okay, well, if you run away, then how does this affect someone using paired colossals? Like, is that going to work out or is it not? Is it going to totally ruin the fight or is it not? And for a lot of people, when they did their first playthrough, if they're using big weapons, it totally smoked them because they just couldn't get away from it in time. So that's the type of thing that I'd be interested in. Yeah, it's not like you can't fight Millennia with paired colossals and still dodge Waterfowl, but the main problem is an attack like Waterfowl is just way too hard to figure out on a first playthrough. There's no way you're ever going to figure out that 270-degree dodge. If you are using big weapons and you're fighting your close range, people would just get decimated by it. And there's nothing they could really do because you can't get away in time. And yeah, so like in my mind, that's a bad design, pretty much. What do I think of advanced AI bosses that balance out their moveset depending on the build you have? I don't know, dude. I don't know how that would work. Yeah, more input reading. No, I don't think I like that very much. Maybe it could be done in some way that would be sick, but I just can't imagine it though. You would think this would one-shot him, but depends. Bonk. Nice one. 99 faith, coated sword, plus 10. And Red Wolf is, I believe, weak-ish to holy, maybe. Yeah, the reason I get Val the Indomitable for that fight is the triple Glint Blade into dash combo. That can be a frame trap, depending on the timing and the distance. And so every time he does triple Glint Blade, it's scary. But as long as he doesn't do the dash, then it's fine. But I like that jump as a kind of hidden mechanic to dodge moves. I never really thought about that, I guess. I mean, do they not explain that anywhere? That jumping can evade stuff? Or I don't know. Yeah, they definitely don't explain lower iframes, but I'm trying to think if I ever jumped on my first playthrough. I don't remember. I don't know if I did. There's nowhere where I can think of where I would have jumped, but I don't know. It's surprising that they wouldn't explain that, though. Surely no student lands on my head. Pretty good damage.
Oh, little Rani.
Pretty good.
My dear.
She tried to get away there. Well, all Great Runes minus Rykard is nearly done, but we still have Godric alive. Usually Godric is not still alive by this point. But because we did Verdan and Moog, he's not dead. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. They should have explained that in the tutorial or something. Like, that's weird that they didn't, though. They should have explained, like, oh, jumping can evade certain attacks. That would have been a very simple message to write on the ground. Yeah, I think because I played Sekiro, I think I realized I could jump stuff, though. But I don't remember, man. I really don't remember. I definitely didn't jump much, though. Yeah, Horlu in the tutorial. They should have made Godric have an arena-wide stomp attack. I'm still kind of tempted to go the back way, and I think I will. Back way's just safer, dude. All right, Godstock. Here we go, the real boss of the run.
What's it to you?
Could you imagine if I actually got hit by him here, that would just be unreal. I'm surprised he even survived a hit though. That's kind of wild. Wait, can I really not use this? That's awkward. Oh boy, I think I screwed myself. I should have gone the back way, dude. Or the main way. Simply go get Frenzied Burst. And now I can't open the main gate anymore. Like, I should have just gone main gate, dude. Because I have stealth. Okay. Well, once I kill Godric, then that's all Great Runes. All Great Runes minus Rykard. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, I actually was thinking that maybe I should just have him open the gate just before I kill him. Just have the option, but I did not. Oh yeah, the Divine Beast helmet, I guess. You know what? That might be a better idea. Yeah, just I have to go back away Stormveil now, and I don't have any range. So, does this give you 4 decks though? I can level up 1 more. Does it give it 3? Oh, it does. Nice. Nice call. Unupgraded seal would easily kill these guys. I am using my controller, and I whiff. Of course. Yeah, unupgraded. We have 99 faith. It would have easily killed, but. I've never come the back way with stealth before. I wonder if this looks any different. Probably not. Yeah, I just find that going this way is so much more chill than going main gate. Because main gate, you go through the second ballista set, and it's kind of... I don't know. It's a little sketch. I have gotten hit there before by one of the enemies swiping me or like seeing me when running past with unseen form. I can't believe they haven't added a fully RNG attack. Well, you know, basically, yeah. If imagine if Nihil could happen at any time. that's what they need to do, dude. I mean, the Moon Presence attack is kind of a little bit like that, right? The 1 HP Moon Presence attack is pretty much that kind of thing. But yeah, I guess it can't happen at any time in the fight. It's got to be in phase 2 or whatever. So, but yeah, imagine if Moon Presence 1 HP could just happen at any point, and you couldn't mark out fast enough if it happened or something. Giant Fire Breath feels similar to that too. Surely we need all these buffs for Godric. No, Nihil is not a hit for no hit runs. I mean, if you wanted to, I think it'd make sense to count it as a hit if you had a strat to avoid it or something, you know? But, or like by strat, I mean like if you could kill him before it happened. On this run, we did that, but I wasn't going to count it as a hit if he got it off because it's just, like, I don't know. No, that kind of looks like insanely bad damage, but I only hit him with 1 sword there. Save the dragon.
The Lord of all that
Save him.
is golden.
We're still going on this run, huh? All right, well, gonna do Placidusax now, I guess. Placidusax, and then maybe, yeah, we could, yeah, go back to DLC, I guess, where I will surely get hit. Yeah, I can't say I was expecting the farthest run we would ever make, or we would make by this point, would be with the Coated Sword. Yeah, Placidusax, dude. I should be able to land a stun with this amount of poise damage before he flies up. But see, look, it's funny with this weapon. When weapons get put away, it still shows And so you use Howl, and you just see the weapon still out, and you're riding Torrent, and the weapon still just... Your offhand weapon is just hanging out there. Kind of weird. So that's 2. Oh boy, kind of scary. Oh, wait, what? Was poise reset? No, you are actually... Oh no, wait. I thought he was flying away. Whoa, what? What on earth was that? How did I mistime that or miscalculate that so badly? Oh, you know what? Because he's got 160 poise, I think, right? Kind of forgot. Well, should be it, I think. Goodbye, my friend. Pretty good kill. Yeah, I think it's fine draining the water from here. The way I'm more used to is the other side, but should be fine. Where's this Fire Knight? Actually, you know what? This Fire Knight might not get activated until you get close enough. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't often drain the water from this side. Oh yeah, true. Assassin armor is a good idea. Wait, so why am I going this way? I thought I was going to go to Gaius, but I guess I'm going Sunflower. But no, I'll go Gaius first. That's not correct. What on earth? It's weird how the bats do that, I guess, pretty often on the rafters. They just kind of fall off and then end up kind of just sitting there because they can't do their path anymore. I haven't gotten hit yet. I mean, if I got hit, then I would have moved on to a different run by now. I probably would have finished a whole different run by now. Okay, wait a second. Do I need stealth? No, I don't. Do I want to do that opening, though? I probably don't need it. Certainly not rusty on Gaius at all. Like, some of the main DLC fights, I've kind of de-rusted on a bit. This is not really one of them. Pretty good damage. Pretty good. So we can... I mean, this got to be bad on the Sunflower, surely. But... Is Sunflower resistant to Holy? Must be. Have to see Pre-Trust Night. Well, the thing is, I don't really want to run down there. But... I guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is definitely like by far the furthest we've made it in one of these runs. Normally, the furthest run during this marathon got hit on Consort after beating any percent and all great runes minus Rykard in the base game. The furthest I've made it overall is this one, actually, on a run request. But there was a run I did Ice Spear. I did an Ice Spear no-hit run that I did manage to do any percent plus all Great Runes minus Rykard plus Consort as well. But I also didn't do Rolana plus Divine Beast on that either. And then I think I ended up getting hit to Rolana after I beat Consort. Yeah, the strat to get down to Putrescent Knight, though, I kind of don't remember the strats. I think when I did Region Locked, I would have used Bolt of Grand Sax. When I did not Region Locked, I probably just used Frenzied Burst or something. And then when I did Stranded, I used the Spear to, like, bait them, I guess. I mean, I guess I can go with that Smith's Grip Spear strat, maybe. If I get that far. I mean, probably gonna get smoked here. I think last time I fought the Avatar, I was getting destroyed. Dude, that is crazy stuff. Wait a second. I need to see that one again, dude. I mean, that's crazy. I thought the attack was already like fully past me by then, and then I just like randomly get hit. I mean, maybe when I normally do this, I have the iframe Talisman on or something, but I don't think so. I guess I rolled early, but like, what did I guess I got hit by the arm or something? When did I get hit? Like, I get hit, like, right here. But what do I get hit by here? Because the arm is over there, I think. Like, is that some random meme hitbox, or what is that? Like, the boss is way past me here. Why roll back? It's because, so the boss always charges 3 times. And so you roll back on the first one so that you end up being where the third charge ends up, I guess. Like, so that's the reason for this, but like, I don't know what I get hit by, dude. Like, it must be the arm or something, I guess, but yeah, so like the boss charges backwards again and then charges back. So you pretty much outspace the third charge and you can start punishing is the point. But like, I guess it's a little early, but I don't know. It must be early. That's the only explanation, I guess. But it looks really bad, though. Like, it looks like the roll was fine. But maybe in Stranded, I had iframe Talisman on or something. Dude, and so I never even saw a situation like this, but it's a good roll. Like, it looks like a good roll to me. So that's weird, dude. It looks so bad. You know what? I guess it's his other arm is like kind of like this arm, I guess. Like, maybe it just has an insanely wide hitbox on it or something. I don't know. That does not look right to me, dude. That looks crazy. Anyways, finally we're done with this run, though. And yeah, I guess we can go do Putrescent Knight. Why not? I don't know, dude. That looks weird as hell. That's how I've always dodged that attack, too. Like, on like randomizer and all this other thing. All this other stuff, I roll it the same way, but first time I've seen it clip me. And the roll didn't look bad, so I don't understand that. I don't know. Should have worn the iframe Talisman, I guess. Yeah, that's something I'll probably check later. Oh, you want to see something fun here, dude? Actually? Wow, since we've gotten hit already? But yeah, I've never seen people so excited to see a Putrescent Knight fight. Very well-designed game. No issues at all. Isn't that crazy, dude? That's possible? And imagine, you know, imagine someone's doing an all bosses no hit run and they didn't know about that. And they're like, okay, we're going down to Putrescent Night. Pretty much, so why that happened is because I jumped from here. And if you do it the normal way, you don't trigger the fall timer. But if you jump, then the fall timer just kicks in right before you hit the ground. So I'm sure people have... There must have been someone out there that came down to this area, like thinking they had to jump down, did that, died, and they're like, oh, I guess I can't go down there. And then just never fought this boss. Honestly, they wouldn't be missing much, but I'm sure that must have happened to somebody. I do not remember how to fight this boss. I'm gonna turn on no death, dude. Okay, let me howl. And I get smoked by the screen. Damage is good, though. Dude, the cute jumps are absolutely insane. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go grab some lunch, you guys. I think my cats are hungry also, which is why they were coming up to me, probably. Yeah, certainly some bosses I need to de-rust at in the DLC. Like Putrescent Night, even on casual runs, I don't bother fighting him because I just don't really like him that much. And the running section is terrible. But anyways, all bosses no hit. Enjoy it, I guess.